Have you ever thought about finding your ideal partner before the end of the year? Have you ever thought, wow, would it be nice to go to the holidays, Thanksgiving, or if you're in Europe, Christmas and December, with your ideal partner, with the women or men of your dreams? I'm here to tell you that it's possible if you understand the power of quantum dating and the power of you yourself to attract the ideal partner is just one thought away. It is anything and everything. I've done this for 15 years. I help men especially to find the women of their dreams. And I used to be back in the 2009, 2010. I used to take men to Russia or Ukraine and Belarus. And I thought that the problem was where to meeting. I thought that even though the Western dating game is rigged anyways, and all the feminist entitlement and all the other things, was just not aware of the power of you as a generator, as a creator, as the source of anything and everything. So even though I always have that kind of mindset because 30 years of personal growth, but now in these past 2 years, especially after COVID, 2021, I think that was when, in February, 4 years ago, when I started doing most of the quantum dating method, I started to realize to put the, and I wouldn't say just the inner game, but to allow men, and men were like a little bit more difficult to work with. So, there might be an opportunity. Don't trust me. Just allow me. Don't believe me. Don't just allow yourself to understand it's a possibility. Quantum physics is one of the most valid science there is, and quantum physics is telling you, yeah, everything is possible. And the double slit experiment and the superposition of all of those experiments and all of those principles are pointing the finger to that, to the possibilities. That's how it is. So it is possible. If you believe it in your mind and you conceive it also, and you say, hey, yeah, not just possible, but you just feel it. Like many of the teachers believe that the feeling is the secret. And I'm telling you, it's not just the whole secret, but this power. Feelings are important, but the power of the mind, both the brain and the mind. Study psychology, and we believe that the heart just was this pumping thing, and that was just part of the feeling thing, just that part of the organ. But now, later research in the last 4 or 5 years, actually, there are neurons, like a brain neurons in our heart. The Heart Math Institute has made that clear, and if you guys have any questions or any doubts or anything, it is science now. So that harmony, that synchronicity, that balance, and what we experts call the brain and heart coherence, how they how the heart talks to the brain, and how the brain, allows to be more focused, and that's what I learned. 30 years ago, it was in China doing this walking under hot coil, hot coil, hard coil. The Joe Dispenza teaches also, Tony Robbins teaches more than 20 years ago. So it's everything is in your mind. And actually, Tony Robbins have that in one of the accelerators, one of the advanced programs. They put people to work over hot coals. So it is possible. And many people done it, and I've done it, and everybody can do it. You just need to have a curious mind and an open heart. That's the two things. Don't even believe me. That's what I always say. Don't trust me. Don't believe me. Just be curious. Allow yourself to, hey. And that's probably one of the reasons why you are in this channel, watching to this guy. This has an accent. I'm just telling you these things. Reality being said, I've been totally curious. I started my first training program with the Silva method. Actually, I have a guy that was trained by Joseph Silva, Jose Silva, because he's Jose. He actually came from a Mexican immigrant family. His mother just went to the border, El Paso, to just give birth to Jose. And I know him personally. I met him in the late, no, 89 was my first, I was very young, 17 or even 16. But my first program day is 1992 with a Brazilian guy, very close friend of Joseph Silva. And he came to Colombia in 92 or 93. And before he died, one of his last visits, and he did that in Spanish. His mother tongue, he knows English and Spanish. So, reality being said, I've been around the block. I've done from 92, 33 years. You name it. I even worked for Tony Robbins, the Landmark Forum, the Sedona Method, the Great Experience, another, the Great Expectations, it's what is called the Grand Expectations. The guy has a program, an audio program, the tapes, the classified tapes from the CIA, the Greater Expectations, whatever it is. So I've been around the block. I traveled the world, being in ashrams, China, Japan, you name it, trying to find the truth. And I tell you, I think finally this year, one of my clients told me about the loneliness epidemic. And that's what I developed the app. That's the second part of this conversation. But very much, I've been around the block, and the most important thing that I'm going to help you is to take care of the relationship with the most important thing, the most important relationship there is the relationship with the self, yourself. So that is far and foremost. So when you allow yourself to really understand there is something within yourself, stop blaming, complaining, or cursing and telling maybe it's this, maybe it's that, and start saying, hey, maybe it's something that I'm doing it within myself that attract the same type of men. I have several ladies they coach, say, wow, there's a pattern. And I have a lady that was always attracting this narcissistic type of guys. And that, say, wow, maybe it was for, he has an ex-husband, he has two ex-boyfriends, that was at the fourth relationship. And I say maybe, and I was just telling maybe there's, the only constant in here I say is who is with Louis, who is with John, who is with David, and who is with Oscar. Huh? 4 different guys in different countries, total different areas, total different people, but with the same makeup. And who's the constant in all these variables? I say, wow, she came across as myself. I'm the constant. So what attracts us? We are the creators. Everything that has happened in our world, we're co-creators. And that is a hard thing to swallow, hard pill to swallow for many people, like you are. But that's empowering. Because at the end of the day, if you create it, you can undo it and you can create something different, something that works best for you. I believe that, and I've been totally in that part of my life since I was very young. I always have that, believe the way that I'm thinking, how my feeling and my actions determine my results. Since I was young, but I know I moved to America in 1998, so it's a little bit hard for me to understand why Americans are still blaming, complaining. I always use, oh, it's because of Clinton, I remember, or Gore, or Bush, or whoever was in power, or the Republicans or the Democrats, or whoever is the husband or wife, or my mother or my father, or about this or that. Reality being said, that is still my opinion, but you have chosen your parents too. And that is my opinion, but in reality, if you, I'm in a Buddhist country now, but you talk to these Buddhist masters, or when I live in China, you talk to people that knows your spirit, your consciousness, having a temporal body experience. So you understand that you are eternal, that you can live, and you will live in this physical world also. Will be able to live many years for this body, and that is if you wanted to. That's just my take. That's just my opinion. But what is factual is, yeah, your thoughts, your beliefs, your actions are really what is causing, in many cases, 90+%, the kind of life that you're living. So if you're going to improve, in this case we're talking about dating, the quality of the person, the men or women that you're attracting, you have to look at inside and fix what is. And it's not that you're broken. Use the word fixes because you need to reprogram, deprogram, or release all of those programs. There's actually nothing wrong with you. You're perfect. You're like we call a part of God, or a part of divinity, a part of source, a fractal specificity, or one over 0.0001% of what God, or what universal mind, what divinity is. And it's even for myself too difficult to believe it. I've been in the agnostic field for decades, until recently, and find out through meditation, I've done all this plant medicine, all this ayahuasca, and all the other things too. We can talk about in another video. Reality being said, I can contribute to your awakening, and that's the definition of Buddha. I'm living in a Buddhist country. So an awakening is just that, the realization, layer by layer, who you truly are. Who were you in the past life? If you want to believe that, we don't need to even go there in order to uncover all the programs they are limiting, they're putting into the box to attract their life, not just the dating, but the finances and the lifestyle that you're living now. So going back to dating, first we're going to be able to become clear about who you truly are, who you want to attract. That's very important. Once you release all this negativity, and that is the big part of the program, the big part of the quantum method. So you will be able to attract, instead of chasing, that's what we do, many men or women, so we'll be able to attract. That's the second level of this new quantum dating method. And the third level is going to be just what it is, choice. You have so much choices, no linear. You can have it in your country, you can have it in any country. It can be one, it can be multiple. If you just need one, especially for men, men want to have variety. It could be the one, it could be just the one. That polyamory is also one of the, I would say, options, one of the possibilities. If you want to go above polyamory, absolutely fine. I used to, when I used to do my world dating, I used to be more advising women to be more open and just kind of advocating polyamory. Now it is more, it's like the mature Ronald is going to be able to help you, whatever it is. And I'm not going to put any beliefs in your system, just going to release clean, cleanse everything that you have, and attract. So it's simple. It's actually simple when you see. It's not easy because there's something in the way, which is the lower part of yourself, that many people call the ego. And I have, like I say, hey, the ego is so bad, you need to kill the ego. No, really, I have, for some people, my work, that's my approach. It's so beautiful. One of my clients said, I'm the only one who's been around for years in this personal growth, me too, 30 years. I don't want to put my set of beliefs into you. If you believe that the ego is the one that you need to kill, I work with it. Of course. That's because that's you believe. and then you need to go to the next level and the next level. You just discover layer by layer who you truly are. Maybe the ego is not the bad or the devil, and you allow yourself to become big. And I have this debate with people. They actually have millions of followers, and they are even personality in the personal development group, like Tony Robbins or Joe Dispenza. You will have not just millions of followers, just have already a name, and as I call them already the top-notch personal development. Even them, they still have some I would call programs, and that's interesting because at the end of the day, I keep asking myself, is that a program too? They believe there's no programs. What is the next program they need to go about? Because Buddha and Lao Tse and Maharishi, these Indian guys, Yogananda, all of these great people, now Dalai Lama, or many, Sadhguru, I think the guy lives in New York. Many of these great people, they just allow themselves to just keep in the perpetual evolution, perpetual knowing. Everything is changing, and you need to allow yourself to stay in the state of learning, and as one of my teachers, to the present level of ignorance is what I know. They can take a man or a woman, they believe whatever he believes, and just help him to see how he can just become more at peace with him or herself. Peace, because I've done it, because I've worked with so many people. One of the steps below that step of allowance. Allowance is really something that's going to help, especially for people who have a higher IQ or they're more into the agnostic, to science type men and women. So a state of allowance. That was something for me that really helped me. And some plant medicine, but never ever tried to put as a dependency. So because you already have the most powerful pharmacy between your ears and the connection to something greater than you. That's what is very important to understand. There's something greater than you. And you can call it God, Buddha, Allah, whoever you want to call it. You can just divine spirit or divine intelligence or universal energy or source, whatever you want to call it. So the reality is they've been there. So my coaching goes above dating, is really to become the best version of yourself. And from there you attract whoever on whatever you want, the money, the luxury, or all the peace or tranquility, or the calmness, like my brother said, why do I need money for? Yeah, my brother is actually a doctor, very, very well respected, and just a teacher, not just a doctor. Empowers people to become, healthy, to get the information. He said, I'm not going to heal you, just give you the information so you will be able to learn, so you don't need to come to any other doctor again. Because that's my philosophy too. This healthy body is just the way you think, the way you feel, and the way you act, and the choices you're taking every day. So let's summarize this. Summarize in the sense you'll be able to get rid of the things, discover those things they are in the way. That's the first step, metacognition. Just become aware of those. The other very important thing, super important thing, is just start seeing what methodology, because there's so many ways. That's so interesting. I sign up for the releasing. There's a very powerful. I sign up for the visualization. Neville Goddard. That's just a good. Or the Joe Dispensas, or many other. There's just so many. Or Abraham Hicks. I went with in the tour. I almost forgot of Abraham Hicks. Esther Hicks, also just a great teacher. Anything, all point out at the end of the day, but at the end of the day, it's going to be your own way. Maybe you can discover your own way too, and that is how many teachers tell you there's one way or two ways. No, there's just multiple ways to reach enlightenment. It's your own way. You can discover your way, and I'll be happy to help you to align yourself to that. those are principles, things they really need to do, but it's your own way. What you need to do first, second, and third, the order, and two. It's your life. Who lives your life? I would say. Who lives your life? Huh? Answer that. Answer that question. So, to summarize, we're going to be able to do that, help you to release everything that's on the way, become in peace, become the best, the clearest, the happiest version of yourself. And start, if you're going to be, because this is about dating, attracting, I'm here. I'll be able to answer any questions that you might have. I'll be able to say, okay, this is the thing that I need to do. This is the other thing that I must do it. This is the thing that, they're just a way to open up the conversation, to open up the possibilities are unlimited. And this is the best era to be alive. And just put all the information, my information, my contact if you want to get in touch. The last thing is the application, the app. VeraMatch, 100% verified application is going to help you to really, use technology to help you find the ideal partner, or the ideal partners, one or many, or several, whoever you want is your life. The other person is ready also, why not? So VeraMatch is going to be active in 1 or 2 weeks. Actually, we have the beta testing right now. If you want to be a beta tester, an early adopter, let me know. Put your comments down below. It's going to be in YouTube, in the description. And that is very important because that will allow you to just extend the possibilities, find your significant other might be across the street or maybe across the world and across the globe, like 1,000 miles away. It's your call. Maybe you can have one there, you can have there. It's your call, whoever, whatever it is, depending on your specific level of evolution, the level of awareness. Maybe you just need the one. And I salute you. I thank you for the time. Any things, any suggestions, anything, any other topics they want to talk to? My name is Ronald Perez. I've been doing this in this life since 93 actually, up to they did the second seminar. With the advanced seminar used to be remote healing, to heal someone else. And I was 18, 19. I was saying, wow, that's so cool that you can do that. And now we know, thanks to not just Joe Dispenza, but Greg Brennan, all the other people, we have a science of how we do remote healing. And the first thing you need to heal is yourself, and I'm going to be able to help you. That's also in the making. The second application is that you're going to have AI helping you to become that. That's actually part of VeraMatch now. You have an AI love coach. It's called Vera AI Love Coach. It's Vera Love. That's actually a beautiful thing because that helps you to fall in love with yourself and become clear about who you want to attract as your future partner. So check it out. Check myworlddating.com. And any other questions, please let me know. And let's start the conversation. I'm excited to start this new chapter of my life. I'm excited to welcome to VeraMatch and welcome to myworlddating.com. Welcome to open up your new world. Thank you, and I'll see you in the inside. Bye for now.